Hey, Ravi here. Are able to hear my voice? If you're on live, can you confirm? All right, I think I'm 3 minutes early, but I'll wait for others to join. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. We'll start another 2 minutes, exactly at 5:30 p.m. IST. Vamsi, are you able to hear my voice? Can you confirm? All right, thank you for confirming. And Chandru Lingaraju, we can definitely automate. There is a webhook process that is relatively easy. The only thing is we'll have to have one more account like any of the algo testing platforms today, whatever we have in India. So that's possible. But if you're a Python coder, you can take the webhook and you can also automate. So all the things are possible. Hello, Ganga Jalrao. How are you, sir? Let me add some clock. All right, we are good to go. It's about 5:30 p.m. IST, and first of all, thanks for joining. I know it's a Friday evening. Maybe some of you might want to go on and do some party, but thanks for your interest and joining this one. So this indicator I have published originally on September 27th. I never thought it will be very successful, mostly from not generally from the usage perspective, but also from the kind of results that it is giving. Even personally, I'm a little surprised. So first of all, once you get an access, you as of now we got about I think if I go on here, right? So we got about 22,026 people are using. There are a lot of requests that I'm at to work on, so I am to see these comments here. So I'll do that mostly this weekend. And first of all, if you got access, you once you get access, you need to click on use on chart, and then it will open here. I did a couple of videos last time on how to use some of the basic setups. So I'm not going to repeat that. You can definitely look at my YouTube feed and then see. But last probably I think 1.5 weeks ago, I have added some more features which I felt are going to be useful. So now I think you might ask how I got up with these features, right? So because I'm I'm a trader, so whatever I feel would be useful to me, I have incorporated in this particular indicator. So I use this pretty much for my day-to-day trading anyway. In fact, I was speaking to one of my friends. So last week I have ignored some of the signals and then I lost some money. But yesterday onwards, I started following this without doing anything, right? So you might argue actually why I did not follow, because sometimes your instincts wanted to, right? So that's the main reason. But that's all right. So we keep doing these things throughout the career. So there is nothing right or wrong there. So let me quickly we have as of now. So I think there is a lot of questions on how why 1 hour is working, why not something else, right? So there is a statistically proven thing. I'll talk about that if I get time. I think this is actually shown by us by or told by Vamsi Krishna there. So I also personally feel 1 hour is the most logical time frame to use here. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, feel free to post in the chat box, and then I will pick up towards the end of the session. All right. So now if you look at the indicator, right? So as soon as you click on this, this is what you get as a default, but then this looks quite clumsy, right? So what we will do is we'll go here. In fact, I have two here. I'll delete one. So we'll go here, and then you have this option here. So first things first, recently I have added ORB and then the CPR as indicators. So if you do not want them to be part of the calculation, you may want to get rid of them. So, but before that, let me show this table here. So this is a very detailed table. Maybe I'll move the position of table so that we can all see properly. I will do top, bottom right, I will do. So we see the box here, little down. Yeah, all right. So now it's easy for us to see. So now let's look at some of the indicators that we have here, right? So as I said, let's go here. So right now we see there is ORB, there is CPR, right? These two are part of the ML. So now I will get rid of these, and then this side I got rid of CPR, and then this gets disabled, not applicable, and then you also can get rid of ORB. I'll also tell you when to use them so that it's easy for you. So right now I have disabled them, but however we still got to see. Now you see these vertical lines, right? If they are disturbing to you, you can go here and then do uncheck these two. That is possible. So that's possible. So now let's get on to the indicator alone, right? So I will explain what we would do with this. I think one more very important feature they have added was the total points. I will talk about the total points in a moment. This is going to give a good insights on what kind of time frame is best suited for a particular instrument. Again, this is some bit of a headache that I had. Sometimes 5 minutes would work, sometimes 15 minutes would work. So what kind of time frame that we'll have to use? But let's come to this particular thing. Right? So CPR, I don't think I need to explain to any of you, but CPR as such, it stands for Central Pivot Range. Let's spend some time on that. So I'll get rid of the ORB right now. 1 second. Where is ORB? Sorry. So we will not show ORB. CPR, it's a daily CPR here. We have an option to do the weekly CPR also. Suppose if you do not want to look at weekly, sorry, do not want to look at daily, but you just want to look at weekly, that option is also there. So weekly got plotted below. I purposefully did not give both weekly and daily in the single screen. The reason is sometimes we get confused with the too many lines on the screen. So that's the reason. But you can always play around between weekly and then the uh, uh, daily CPR. So I'm working on one more indicator which would actually create some bit of a strategies around the CPR alone. But then I do not want to put that code in this. The reason was this code, I think you can see here, right? So this almost got into 1070 lines, so which is quite lengthy. Ideally, below 800 lines is the right for a scripting. But right now, I do not want to add that. So the new indicator, what it does is it would automatically identify what is a narrow CPR, and then it will build some strategies around that. For example, it would automatically detect saying that whether it is a virgin CPR, it is a narrow CPR, wider CPR, depending on that, and also depending on where the next candle would actually form, it will be automatically give some signals around whether to go short or long or whatever, or wait, some of the signals. But anyway, that's a work in progress right now. That would be completely different indicator altogether. All right. So now let's get back to the indicator again. So now we talked about the CPR. CPR, you have an option to do daily and then the weekly as well. And then you can also obviously change the colors if you do not like whatever you are seeing. Generally, I tend to put India flag colors because that would be good on eye to see, at least for me. So you see red. You can also make it as orange if you wish to, so that would look like a flat. All right, so this is a good India flag. So sometimes you got to see reverse, but that's all right. This is how you see them. So now, what else you can do with the CPR? You can obviously disable, enable, and all those things. So I will talk about when do you enable this. Let's say right now I did not enable in the ML calculation, but that's all right. So, and then other than that, it's not required for it to do anything on the CPR side. Let's now not show the CPR, but then get on to ORB. So now if you go to ORB, I don't think I need to explain to any of you. ORB stands for opening range break. Generally, it is believed that if the opening range, either it is 5 minutes or 15 minutes or 1 hour, it breaks, there is a high probability that the move would be in the similar direction. As you can see today, the opening range got broken at about 10:15, and then it pretty much stayed there, and then it fell till here, and then again it came back. So this is for the 15 minutes. But somebody can also do, if they have, let's say, if they want to do 5 minutes, they can do 5 minutes. And then it would, I think the 15 minutes and 5 minutes is same, I believe. That's the reason it did not change. And then you can also do 30 minutes. 1 second, why it is not changing? Let's go to 30 minutes. Yeah, so this is the, I think, the same range, so the reason did not change. And let's go to 1 hour, and then we can also change the, here you can change the opening range breakout to 1 hour. Let's say somebody is doing position and then they want to really get a clear direction on what is opening range break. So this is the first 1 hour, 9:15 to 10:15. This is the next candle. So this is the opening range breakout. So as you can see here, when as soon as this range got broken, this is basically got there. So I think there is a question on, is it? So I think 3 minutes. So I would not suggest. I'll also tell you why. So let me talk about why. But before that, let me close this ORB thing, right? So you have all the options here. And as I said, you can go till 1 hour, but I think anything beyond that, it doesn't make sense. So let's leave it there for now. Now let's get on to the calculation here. So now this is very important calculation. 1 second. I think you are not able to see this somehow, at least on my screen. I'm not sure why. Okay, let me move this back to top. Okay. So now you can see in the screen, right? So so this is a very important statistics. I'm not sure how many of you, in fact, till from here to here. So what it says is, let me go to these details. What it says is current signal is short, which is obviously there is a short signal. So this, while the signal came here, right? But then ideally uh, the entry would be actually taken here, which is 25826. You can see the 25825.95. So that is accurate. And then it actually calculates from the signal. So this is the place where you would actually, this is the place where you would actually see the cell signal, and it calculates from there. And then from there, we got about 28.5 points. I mean, obviously the peak, it went till here. But then as of now, this is the thing. So the difference between these two, that's what it actually shows. So now let's say somebody is on 15 minutes time frame. There also you got to see the numbers and calculations. So 15 minutes the signal we got yesterday, yesterday at about 2 o'clock, I think. So in fact, if I think I personally use 9 here, and then also linear regression is also 9, 10, 3 ME, and then I'm not including this, and then also not including this. Yeah, all right. So yeah, this would actually, the signal actually came at about 1:30 or so. These are the setting that I personally use. So now from there it would calculate, and then the current position is short, obviously, because it gave a sell signal, and then it gave a sell signal to 26026.50. The current PNL is at about 229. These are all strike points, but somebody, let's say, shorts, somebody sells a call option, the points would be a bit different. The reason is they would also got some bit of a time decay. So that's the reason it is different. So now the here you will see total points. So this is basically the testing period, back testing period rather. So this actually, as of now, defaulted to 30 days. In 30 days with 15 minutes, so we got about 26 trading signals. Out of that, a long gave about 1193 points and the short gave about 951 points. It's basically the way which it works is here you take the buy signal, long signal, and then here you would actually sell and also take a one more sell signal. So here, let's say you bought one, you exit one, and then you again sell one. So which two transactions here. So one is net here, and then that would continue. That's how this particular thing is calculated. In the real time, whether we always do that, again, it's up to the individual to individual choice. So sometimes we just exit and then wait for one more signal. Again, there is nothing right or wrong. It all goes with how do you want to do the trading. That's all. Now these are the things, right? So now after that we have the average long, how many long positions it gave out of these 26 trades, how many are long trades, that divided by this divided by the trades, this will give that average, and then the short also it will give the average. So and then I think short, yeah, probably this calculation could be incorrect, but that's all right. Don't worry, I'll check that again. But I think this number is very important. Forget about this for now. This number is very important. So what is this is for each trade, how many points somebody is making. So now the question is whether somebody wants to use 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 100, or 1 day. It all depends on this particular number. Let's now experiment with that. Let's start with the 3. So suppose somebody, again, I'm taking the 30 days as the base right now. So for 30 days, you got about 97 trades, and then the average per trade is only 9 points. So now what would happen here, right? If you would still make some money, but then most of your money will go into the brokerage itself, or the STT, at least if you're doing from India. But other countries also, it's the same thing. There is nothing wrong, nothing different there. So every country there is a brokerage charge. So it doesn't make sense for you to do 97 trades and then bring an average of 9.34, right? And also overall total points is 906. So it's not a drastically different for you. So you'll have to compare this and then also this one. Now same thing drastically we will get down to 1 hour. Let's see the, now we remember this, right? So 906 is the total, and then an average is about 9 trades, nine points for each trade. Now let's get on to, for instance, let's get on to 1 hour as the time frame. Now we will see a massive difference here. So the difference is here you got more than the 3 points, 3 minutes time frame, right? So 3 minutes, if it gave 980 or whatever, now we are getting 1012, and then average has drastically increased. So this is what, which is very crucial. So now you are getting the same results, in fact better results compared to 3 minutes, by just doing 8 trades. So now this is a crucial number, right? So 126 is a number. So ideally, my suggestion is you pick up an instrument and then uh, experiment with, let's say, 1 day, 1 hour. Let's take 1 hour, for instance, and then see if there is any difference that it's going to make. So 1 hour average trades are 103, not so great, and total points are also very less. So we will not obviously take this 1 day as the chart. It doesn't make sense at all. So now let's experiment with, let's say, 4 hours. 4 hours generally we do not trade. So I mean, this is a good trade, but I think probably one off. I would say this is an accidental trade. I don't think it would happen every time, but it looks good overall. If you look at 30 days, let's probably increase this and then see if it actually really makes sense. 30, 1 second. So this is where you would change to how many days you want to look back. Yeah, now 60 days 4 trades. I think this looks quite interesting. Okay, somehow I did not notice so far, but I think this looks good. For 4 hours looks good. Generally, we do not use 4 hours, but I think this is a good discovery live stream. So let's see if maybe I'll start using that down the line. But as of now, I think this seems to be quite good. So we got about 1432 and then average of 358. Somebody doesn't want to take so much of a stress in life. Definitely, this is useful. Let's look at 3 hours. Again, similar 1189, and then let's get on to 2 hours. 2 hours is also quite good. This is also quite interesting. So we got only 6 trades, but then it gave very good points. So on the average is about 300 points. So that is also good. Let's look at 1 hour now. So remember that we are doing now 60 days, not the, okay. So 1 hour seems to be a not so great winner here. So it really did not give too many points. But anyway, that's interesting discovery. It does look like 2 hours seems to the favorable now, at least when you look at the 60 days. But let me also make it 30 days and then see what happens. So I think one very important key thing, right? So especially when you're testing something, this is again, if you're working in the software, so you would not be changing too many parameters to test, right? So you will only change one parameter and then test. So that's what you're doing here. So here 30 days, 2 hours doesn't seem to be, I mean, at least it did not give a lot of good results. But anyway, do not try to force fit. That's all I wanted to say. Yeah, I mean, try to do 2 hours, 1 hour. So both are looking quite interesting. So as I said, this got to be maximum. This also got to be maximum. I think to any combination that you see, the combination of time and any of those parameters, if you see that as the both are higher, that's where you will pick up that as a time frame. I think that's easy for you to do. Let's look at NVIDIA for now. Let's see if so NVIDIA, I mean, this is obviously in dollars, so it says $1 for 1 hour. So let's look at if any other time frames are going to make any difference. Let's say 15 minutes. No, it did not do very well. So if an indicator is not doing very well, this indicator, then there is a reason that there are too many ups and lows, right? So then we'll have to go on and change some of these parameters and then see if any of those things would make any difference. For example, instead of 9, I would say 6 here. And then maybe linear regression is also 6. So these will give some sharp signals. Do not wait for too long. So it did not really improve. So somebody has to experiment. I do not want to spend a lot of time here. But you can, when you get time, you can go on and see if any of the signals are going to make any difference to you. So this again is in losses. So you'll have to make multiple changes, and then so you can also change SuperTrend and then see if it is actually giving any signals. It is not giving, but only thing is do not change the signal and also time frame at the same time, so you'll not be able to make much money out there. I think there are too many signals here, so probably this indicator may not be very suitable for NVIDIA kind of a stock. So I think most of you know, right? So SuperTrend is calculated from ATR. ATR indirectly comes from that is average true range. So that is basically the volatility thing. So if something is very volatile, what it means is it will keep on giving multiple signals. So that point of time we'll have to experiment with the SuperTrend. So either this duration instead of 10, maybe you want to look at 20, and then you wanted to look at multiplier and then see if it is going to make any difference to you. So look at multiple combinations, and whatever works for that particular stock, you'll have to go on and use it. Only thing is, do not blindly use this for any stock. So do multiple iterations, and then whatever you believe is going to be giving some money, that's what you'll have to go on and pick it up. I think somebody says check for 30 minutes. You can check what is there. Yeah, I think 30 minutes, some green there, but I think it's not very satisfactory. Let's look at if Haikinash is going to give anything. No, this also not so favorable. I'll have to experiment and then see what is the best time frame, right? This kind of stocks. So these are all some of these US stocks are highly volatile compared to what you see here. So that could be one of the other reasons. Let's look at Bank Nifty just for the So Bank Nifty also gave quite good returns in the last 30 days. So it's about 69 trades, but it's a 5 minutes time frame. But then if you get on to, let's say, 1 hour or maybe something else, right? So this one. So this is what it is. I think that's all. That's all about the. I think Nifty I already covered. Somebody would have probably joined late. So you can also use, I mean, I used Heikenhashi right now, but you can, it's not that you need to use it. So you can definitely get on to normal charts, line chart also. You can use this, also looks good. All right. So, I mean, this looks a lot more cleaner. So you can also, I think, if you're not seen the earlier options, right? So you can go and then make the signals tiny. So this is stable. So signal size, you can make it very small so that it looks cute on the screen. So it will not look so big. All right. So these are all the. So somebody said, I do not want to see this, but I simply kept it there, this real robo signal, so that actually shows that it's automated signal. That's the only reason. So this is probably a cleanest way to look at the chart, and you can definitely use it for your decision making. I think one more very important thing is this line, right? The probably let me show in the 15-minute chart. The color also changes depending on the how deep is the confirmation. The color itself, you can take it as a trend. So now, as you can see here, right, when the Nifty is actually going up, the color is slightly changing. So this will give a some bit of a hint saying that there is a potential spike there, which did not happen that point of time. So that is also one more thing that you can use from this indicator. That's all. So here also you can see some change in the color in the middle, and this is a deep red, so on and so forth. I think that's all. That's all from my end. And can you use RMS values. RMS values, I do not know. Are you saying risk management something? I'm not very sure. Okay, good question. What is the relevance of strong sell, strong? So strong buy is basically when all your forces are at your direction, right? That's where you'll get the strong buy. So again, strong buy doesn't mean that it would be perfect buy, right? So you'll also see strong buy also would have probably reversed it. But generally, strong buy is everything is in the same direction. But one caution I want to make is strong buy doesn't mean that you would blindly go on and take the strong buy. That also could be a reversal signal. The reason is when everything is going into one single force, so there is always that if you look at the RSI kind of a thing, right, there always could be a reversal. So that's what which definitely happened. So you can also look again. This actually changes from what do you say, stock to stock, and then the index to index, right? So if you're constantly looking at let's say strong sell here, again there was some bit of a reversal. Strong sell, there is some bit of a reversal, and here also there is some bit of a reversal, right? So generally, if you see strong sell is causing a immediate reversal, you can do. But here you can see strong buy did not really cause a reversal, but it actually went into the flow. So this is basically indirectly it's saying that all the forces are with you, so you go on and take a trade, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be better than the normal buy. I just want to be cautious there. But there could be some chance of reversal. So you, let's say whenever you see, let's say strong buy, right, as an example, let's say maybe you take this as an example, let's say strong sell. Strong sell is basically market is falling down. So which means that, let's say if you look at the PCR, it could be, let's say 0.6 or 0.5. PCR is put call ratio. I'm getting on options now. So now generally 0.5 PCR means that there's going to be reversal. So now if you get a signal here, just go on and look at the PCR, and then PCR, let's say it is only 0.9 or 0.8, then you can still continue to do the strong sell. But then if the PCR is, let's say 0.5 or 0.6, there is a high probability of there is a reversal, because market has taken so much of a beating, it wanted to reverse. So that's what it is. What is the relevance of stock? Yeah, that the root means square. Root, I think this is a ML terminology, right? No, I do not use any of those things currently, but then I use them in my Python thing. Can we get notifications? So yeah, I think notifications, so you can set it up. 1 second. I forgot where to do that. Not here, definitely. 1 second. Yeah, here you can actually do the webhook and other things. So you can also put the alert. So you can put everything. So let's say if you do the add alerts, so add alerts, and then you get under notification. So I think somebody pinged me sometime back. They actually did all the webhook things. I did not bother to check that point of time, but uh, I can I can cross check that and then see if I can do one more video. Personally, I do not use the webhook. I do manual check right now because most of my trades are. I mean, I do have algos, but then I enjoy doing manual. So that's the reason I keep watching this and then take some trades here and there because, as I said, some things like let's say strong buy and then looking at the open interest, I can't do automated way. So I'd have to do it manually. So that's the reason. All right. So I think that's all. We have the questions, right? So power route, I'll check it, Suresh. So I did not really check that. So that's all right. So as of now, I think the intention is either it is the formula or logic really doesn't matter. It's at the end of the day, if we are not able to make money with the indicators, so then there is no meaning. Whatever you use in the backend, either it is AI or ML or calculation, or really doesn't matter. But I think the real success of the indicator is if whoever is using, if they're able to make money, that itself is sufficient. As of now, this indicator, I'm not planning to add any other additional features. The reason is, as I said, code is almost like more than 1,000 lines, right? So the more we make code, the entire thing will be hanging. So that's the reason I did not want to add some more code. But maybe I will add few small features here and there whenever I see something. But any other additional things, like for example, CPR, I wanted to build something, an entire CPR concept. So that would be a separate indicator. I do not want to combine with this. So this generally is very good for the trend following people. So once you get into the trend, generally it gives very longer trend. That's definitely important. But I think CPR kind of a thing, somebody wants to do scalping or somebody wants to do a fresh trade on the day, that would be quite useful to them. So now let's actually talk about a bit more around. I mean, I just clicked it. So let's see how the CPR can actually help us. So let's go to now include ORB, include CPR, show ORB. So this is the full blown thing. Where is the, yeah. So now we got the CPR and other things, right? So now it actually it uses the CPR now. So ORB had put as a 1 hour. So let's probably get on to maybe 5 minutes. All right. So now when you have this, right? So this calculation also takes the CPR and then the ORB into consideration, and then it says CPR is below BC. It can also say above TC also, some of those things. So if it is below BC, obviously it's a bearish signal. And then ORB, it says why it is in the range. It should not be in the range. ORB in range, so it should not be in the range. Where is ORB? Okay. Oh, so it fell and then okay. 1 second. This is confusing. Oh, okay, okay. So okay, first 5 minutes candle is okay, okay. That itself is a very long candle. This is what Hindustan Unilever. Okay, I did not check this today. Let me do Axis Bank, which I think fell today. All right, so now this is clear, right? So here what would happen, you will only get the sell signal provided other signals are weak, only below this one, because you have ORB, and also below this particular line. So that's the beauty of this one. So now, as you can see, ORB 5 minutes is below the lower one and then below the BC. So that's what it is. And this is a narrow CPR, by the way, for the Axis Bank. If you look at Kotak Bank, I think Kotak also, as of my knowledge, it's narrow. Yeah, it is narrow CPR. So yeah, it fell down, and then you can see pretty much all the signals here. It's in the 5 minutes, it says in the range. The reason is this is the 5 minutes candle, and it would have probably given a signal anyway. So this is how you would look at it. All right. So anything else? 15 minutes, how to get the access. Can you please share the no, this I'm not sharing the code right now. I did share some codes earlier, but then what I realized was anything that is absolutely free, the value is gone. Some I also have seen somebody took that code and then they built their own indicators without informing me. I felt that's not right thing from their side, but that's all right. So I'm not much worried. But this one I wanted to give still some free access for a few days and then see how it works, right? So as I said, the end of the day, an indicator success depends on whether people making our money or not. So that's what absolutely important. All right. By the way, I got some feedback. I did not want to post in Twitter. So because until unless somebody, I mean, usually I get a lot of messages in the Twitter saying that I made some money, etc. I have an option to put those screenshot, but I do not want to do that kind of a marketing. So if somebody is really got benefited, I'm sure they will go on and post it. I just leave it there. That's all. All right. So I think that's all from my end. And again, once again, thanks to all of you for joining. And if you still did not get the indicator and then want to get access to the indicator, just ping me on Twitter and I'll be able to give access. I will also post my Twitter handle here so that you can actually easy for you to ping me on DM me and then get the access to that. Have a great weekend and have a fantastic expiry coming up, the monthly expiry next week, and see you all sometime either next week or next month. And I think few other things that I'm working on currently, if you're very curious to know. So first thing is I'm working on looking at how do we get to know what would be included in the Nifty, what would be excluded in the Nifty. So that typically happens. The announcement, I think, is going to come in a couple of months, and that is something that I'm working on currently. And then second one is I'm also working on using the natural language. How do we get the scanners done? So instead of somebody going and clicking a lot of things, and also how do we get the automatic triggers and other things? So that is something that I'm working on. And then CPR indicator, definitely I'm working on currently. And then I know I did promise saying that I'm working on the scalping indicator, but the scalping, I tried a few things, but then what is happening, I did not get the results that I wanted. So scalping ideally should work below 3 minutes, and whatever I tested so far, they did not give any good results so far. So that's the reason I did not want it to publish that right now. I'll do some more testing, and I will also look at I did use a lot of mathematical formulas, but then nothing worked so far. Let me see if I find something, a good recipe for success, I will definitely publish. Otherwise, I think it's absolutely all right. The only thing, last thing, I do not want people to lose money by using these indicators, right? So that's absolutely important. All right. So have a great remaining week, and see you all sometime in coming days. And bye bye for now. Take care.